What's going on, guys? So today we're going to do a walk around my Jeep JL and my Jeep Gladiator. So let's get into that. I'm going to do an outside first, and then I'm going to do an inside, and you guys can pick what you like out of that. All of the companies and stuff will be linked at the bottom of the video, in the description, and you'll see everything at the bottom of the screen as I go through it. So let's start that. All right, so first things first, let's start with the tires and the wheels. So right now on the Jeep, we have 40 by 1350 by 17 Nitto Trail Grapplers. These are by far my favorite tire I've had on the Jeep, other than my Radars before that. If you've ever seen my Jeep with the bronze wheels, I loved that tire and wheel setup. Those tires were awesome. If you haven't yet checked them out, it's Radar tires. And it is the Renegade RT Plus. Yeah, so those are sick. Yeah, so we have the Nittos, and then we have the KMC machetes. So these are 17 by 9s, I believe. These are true beadlocks here with a custom color wheel. This color here is the same color as the JK's Red Rock Crystal. I like this color setup. It's really cool. It's unique. Not many people do that. They just do red or blue or something like that. So I wanted to match it to an old JK color, because I do like the JKs actually a lot. They're pretty sick. However, I mean, I love my JL. So that's pretty much it for the wheel and tire combo. As far as these guys go, they perform awesome on road and off road. I've done mud, I've done rocks, I've done everything like that. Once you air them down and get them to what you want with the PSI, they're super good with grip. I've never had problems sliding on the road in rain, on ice, and things like that. So, I mean, highly recommend the Nitto Trail Grapplers. And again, everything's gonna be at the bottom of the video. If you haven't yet seen them pop up, everything's gonna be labeled as easy as it can for you guys. So let's get into the front bumper now. All right, guys, so for the front end of the Jeep, let's start with the bumper and then kind of go to the sides, and then we'll do steering separate because steering's a whole different thing. So for the front bumper, we have the DB8 FS15 front bumper. It's kind of like a mid-width or stubby. It depends how stubby you want to get with it. But so yeah, DB8 FS15. And then we have the Gear America big D-rings. I mean, these things are solid. I've used them so many times and don't have any stress cracks or don't bend or anything like that. So Gear America D-rings. Next, we're gonna go to Factor 55. So we have the Factor 55 Fair Lead on the front, and we have the Factor 55 Ultra Hook. There's not much to say about these. I mean, they do everything as described. I'll link those at the bottom. This company is so sick. I mean, they make some of the best recovery and winching products I've ever used. In fact, ever used. So those paired with the Xeon 10S here, I mean, there's not really any much stronger you can go. You can get a 12S winch, but that's just kind of overkill on a Jeep. So yeah, the Warren Xeon 10S Factor 55 for my goodies on the front here, and the DB8 FS15 front bumper. So again, all of that, I love this setup. I've had it on my Jeep since I essentially got the Jeep, and I've used it so many times. Definitely recommend 100% everything that's on this front bumper. So after that, we'll go to the Quake LED chop kit here. So it's your sequential chop kit. It's got a side marker here so you can stay legal on the road, and it also keeps your fender sturdy on here. It's a steel bracket, brace, however you want to describe it. I mean, it is solid. This thing is so sick. I'll put some pictures right here in the corner about what it looks like at night, and there's turn signals and everything. So sick. As far as the grill insert goes, a lot of people ask me about this. This is from ZKD Customs. It is a handmade grill insert. It's painted 100,000 times. It's never gonna fade. It's not gonna do anything bad but make your Jeep look sick. So I've got a couple of these. You guys have probably seen my Maryland flag one that I had when I first got my Jeep. I do like this color combo now because it kind of goes with the whole design of the Jeep that I'm going for right now. As far as the front end goes, that's pretty much it. Other than the fog lights under here, so these are just kind of like caps that you put on your fog lights, and these are from GT Styling. They help me in the night and in the rain and things like that, because amber you can actually see through particles in the air such as snow, dust, and rain. So I love the GT Styling. Let's head to steering next, because steering, it's super sick. I love my steering setup, and I can't wait to show you that. So let's get into that. All right, guys, for the steering, I have you guys looking at a full Steer Smart setup here, and it's all 1.5 tons. So we have the tie rod right here, fully adjustable everything. Tie rod, the drag link, and the track bar in the back that's red. I have that paired right here with the Steer Smart's end links to go with my rock crawler kit. Love it, it's so dope. No sway, no body roll on the highway. I love these things on the trail, sorry about that, both on-road and off-road, because it just keeps it so stable and you don't feel like you're gonna slide around or anything. It's hard to see under here, but I do have a Fox 2.0 stabilizer that I just threw on, and yeah, the steering wheel just sits straight now on the road with 40s. I couldn't complain about anything with this setup right here. It's so dope, it's got everything I need, and it's so tough. I've hit it on a couple of things and there's literally no issues with this. I've had it adjusted 100 times for alignment. Again, no issues. It's just such a perfect setup for your Jeep JL or JK. All right, guys, next thing we're gonna go with is the DV8 inner fender liners. Have no issues with these guys. They're full aluminum. I haven't even painted the insides yet, but you can paint the perforated aluminum inside. You can paint it whatever color you want. It's super easy to take out and actually redo if you end up going with a different color on your Jeep, and so forth with that. A lot of people ask me what my fenders are. Can you take a guess? They're factory. So I've actually chopped these, as most people with JLs do. If you haven't looked at that yet, there's a couple of videos online about chopping JL fenders. Essentially, you just take all the internal plastic off and you just leave this top piece. Rubicons are a lot easier to do than Sports, Saharas, Willys, and things like that, because they are actually two pieces, so you don't actually have to cut. You just kind of pull it apart. However, there are companies like Quake LED that make the chop kit for your other models like that. It just might be a little bit more confusing to take it apart. You actually do have to cut a couple pieces of plastic. So as far as fender goes, factory, factory, factory. I can't stress it enough. It's super simple, factory. I used to have the black ones on here that matched the hard top when I got the Jeep, and I actually bought a set of granite ones because I like that color match. It looks really sick. So again, factory fenders. Let's go on the hood right here. So the hood, I have a Quake LED slim monolith bar going across the hood. This is one of my favorite things on the Jeep because I love having it on the road, off-road. It's a dual spot and flood combo, so it lights up, across, and so far forward. You can see everything with this tiny little bar. It's so bright and simple. It's just a positive and negative pigtail. You just kind of wire it up into a switch. Not that hard. As far as that's the front end of my Jeep, guys. So I know there's a lot going on in the front, but not too much as compared to some other Jeeps I've seen. But yeah, so that's the front end. Let's go to the side and the back now. All right, guys, onto the side of the Jeep. Not too much going on here. However, we do have a couple cool things that I need to show you. So this is from American Brother Designs. This is actually billet aluminum that's coated with clear coat. It's super, super sick. It doesn't fade. I've had this on for 3 years, and look at that. It's not a decal, it's actually a chunk of aluminum with 3M on the back. It's not going anywhere and it's not fading. My favorite thing about the side of the Jeep is Rock Slide Engineering's steps. I mean, let me just open the door. I don't even have to explain this. Let me open the door. It's so sick. So when you open the door, obviously the steps come down and you can actually step on them. I've had a lot of weight on these things. They're not going anywhere. And the cool thing about this is when you take the doors off, there's buttons that you just push and the slides will actually retract, and now you don't have to worry about hitting them on rocks or anything. However, I'm going to show you what the underneath of these things look like, and this is actually also an external skid plate on the end, on the outside. So it's not going anywhere. I mean, this thing is thick. It's crazy strong. Again, Rock Slide Engineering steps are incredible. That's pretty much it for the side, but let me show you the underneath of that really quick, and I'll just show you how sturdy they look. All right, so there you go for the underneath. You can see those things are not going anywhere. They're bolted down. Look how thick that steel is on the side, completely bolted in. It's got that skid plate on top. You can see right here. Craziness. Yeah, not going anywhere. All right, y'all, we're here with the back now. So with the back, we've got a DV8 JL rear bumper. I know they only make this for the JL, this model, should I say. DV8 has a ton of products that have lasted me everything I need. If you don't have a spare license plate delete, you can actually, there's 2 bolts here that actually comes with a license plate mount, so you don't have to worry about that. As far as that goes, and it's got 2 crazy bright reverse lights, backup lights, whatever you want to wire them to. Actually, they let you have that freedom. You can wire it to a switch or whatever you need. It's pretty sick. I did reverse lights because, I mean, with tops like this and just, you know, bigger Jeeps, it's harder to see when you reverse. My tints are pretty dark also. So, yeah, aside from that, it's got the sensors here. If you do have that package on your Jeep, I do not. And my taillights. So taillights are from Quake LED. It's got a really cool startup animation. I will show that in 1 second. So essentially they just start up. It's got these crazy reverse lights here, and you can actually hook it up to a sequential turn signal so that it actually does sequential just like the front. Again, all Quake LED lighting on this vehicle. I wouldn't go with anyone else. I love the lights that they make. They put a lot of work into them and a lot of passion trying to figure out what's best for the community and take a lot of customer feedback. So if you haven't yet, go on their website. It's quakeled.com. Check that out. Pretty simple stuff, and a great price point too. I mean, you would be surprised for what you get. I mean, it's crazy. So again, Gear America, just like the front, not going anywhere, solid. That's pretty much it for the back. Oh wait, yeah. American Adventure Lab spare tire delete. I love this spare tire delete. It's all steel, it's housed in. It's got a camera in here that you can actually relocate, obviously, from the spare. You got your license plate lights and your 3rd brake light here. It's all in one combo. It's super simple to put on. I mean, it's kind of dummy proof. You can't really mess this up. It's so sick. So as far as that is for the back right here, that's it. Now let's get into the top. A lot of people ask me about this top. All right, guys, so for the top, this is a Suntop top. The brand is called Suntop. They make for JKs, JLs, and Suzukis. So if you guys have a Samurai or things like that, these are awesome tops. This is a frameless top, so it means it doesn't have all the bars and stuff going across your head. And it's more of like a Tanu Safari top. I love the look of this thing. It works awesome for me. And as you can see, I have like the truck bed cover. This is called a cargo top. So when you open it up, you've got storage in the back here, just like a regular Jeep would have. It keeps it covered there. And then it's also removable here at the top. So what you would do is you would just undo these straps like this, throw them up on top, other side, up on top, and then you just start to roll forward. It's pretty simple. Roll all the way to the windshield, tie it up, it's done. Now you have your full top open, and you don't have to get out and pull it back and lose your trunk space. That's the best part about this, is you don't lose trunk space as other tops do. They fold into the back. So I love this top. I can't stress it enough. You guys may have seen other videos where I have the fastback. That's what this guy's for. It kind of arches down where the fastback goes. Again, it's a Suntop cargo top is what I'm running this summer on this. The other version is a Suntop fastback top. So check those out. Again, everything's going to be linked in the bottom of the video. All the brands that I've mentioned, all the names that I've mentioned. It's going to be so simple for you guys after this walk around. All right, guys, we're heading on to the inside of the Jeep now. So the inside of the Jeep, I have a rock hard 4x4 harness bar for the front seats, and that's all for the front seats. I only run harnesses on the front because of this top. I do like this top enough to not run harnesses in the back because the harness bar wouldn't fit with this style top only. So let me get out of the camera. So my bar tacked storage back here, I could hold anything. Right now I have some paper towels in there. You always need that. On the other side, I have a billet aluminum fire extinguisher holder, and I'll show you that on the other side. Got my Molly bags and everything like that. I mean, it's pretty simple. Those you can put anything in. So that's all for the back. I don't really have too much done to the back, but yeah, so bar tacked, rock hard 4x4, the Molly bags, and fire extinguisher holder. All right, guys, let's get into the inside of the front of the vehicle. So there's a lot going on in here. Again, not as much as some Jeeps that I've seen. A lot for me to handle, though. So let's start with our Ram mounts and Carolina Metal Masters mount here. So in the top left, you can see we have a Ram Mounts X Grip, and this holds your phone right here. If you've seen Rocky Off-Road's last YouTube video, I did a whole spiel about that. Check that out. That's paired with the Carolina Metal Masters mirror mount, which holds your mirrors out here. And it also has a couple ball mounts that you can put anything on. I mean, it's a 1-inch ball. You can literally do anything with those. So as far as that goes, that's my mounting solutions for phone holders, iPad holders, GPS holders, anything like that, GoPros, whatever you want to put in your Jeep. I have a Cobra CB radio, pretty simple. This goes to the back antenna there. That's mounted on this little guy here. Forgive me, but I got this about 3 years ago, so I can't remember exactly what company that's from, but I could probably try to find it for you guys. As far as that is, that's kind of my mounts. Here we go with the bar tacked harnesses. So I have these as paired with a rock hard 4x4 harness bar in the back. I love these things. I drive with them sometimes daily. I know it's not super safe to drive with them on the road because of DOT approval. So I do have the seatbelt still connected just in case. If I'm doing long trips, it's definitely the seatbelt. If it's to the store, it's the harnesses with the doors off. Simple as that. Up top, I've got a spiderweb shade. You've probably heard me talk about spiderweb shade a lot. Best thing I've ever bought for this Jeep is the spiderweb shade. It cuts down on the noise, it cuts down on the sun, it cuts down on everything but everything you don't need. So what I mean by that, and that's probably a horrible way to put it, you can take the top off and still feel like you have the top off with this shade. It cuts down on that UV by 50%. It literally, I mean, it's just the best thing ever. I don't get burnt, but I still have the top off. The wind's still blowing. It feels great. And it actually keeps the noise down. So if you have the radio up, you can still hear your radio. So it's pretty awesome with that. That's pretty much the inside of my vehicle as the front goes. I have some grab handles like this. These are from Mopar. Nothing too special there. Mopar, don't get mad at me. Jeep, sorry. They're great. They've done everything they need to. And I have one more thing to talk about, and it's called the Ultimate 9 throttle controller. So that'll be in the next part. Quick addition to the video, guys. If you haven't yet checked out Detroit Shirt, this is all of the clothing that I get that say Jeep on it. Everything is from Detroit Shirt. If you haven't, please check them out. Super small business that's just exploding. I can't wait to get them like in every store and everything. It's so sick. As you can see, it's just dope stuff. It's licensed with Jeep too, so it's not fake Jeep stuff. It's real. It's awesome. And they make more than just Jeep stuff. If you guys have Hellcats or Challenges or anything like that, check them out. Detroit Shirt. All right, guys, for the last thing on the interior of the vehicle, we have the Ultimate 9 throttle position sensor. So what this does is it just tells your vehicle how hard you're pushing the throttle. This is not a tuner. This will not void your warranty. Please stop thinking that it does. This will not do anything to your warranty. You simply just unplug it if you have an issue with that when you take it to the dealership. I've never unplugged it. All the dealerships know what it is. It's super simple, and they know that it doesn't mess up the vehicle's performance. So what it does, you have the off, the eco, the ultimate, and then you also have it on, this one essentially is like, I call it like, I don't know, like assisted control. That's what I call it. I can't remember what it is on the website, but essentially it learns how you drive and essentially makes your vehicle do what you're used to doing. So off is obviously off. You have eco mode, and what eco does is it tells the vehicle that when you're pushing the throttle down to not push it hard enough. So say you're going down the road at like 80 miles per hour and you just want to chill. You don't want it to keep shifting and downshifting when you accelerate a little bit. That's what you want. You want it on eco. It saves you gas and it saves you that downshifting and slamming gears. Now, you want to pass someone? Someone's getting on your nerves? Ultimate 9. Click that guy on. You go to Ultimate 9, and as soon as you do this, it slams gears. It's ready to go. So as soon as you put your foot on the pedal, it tells the Jeep that you're actually putting it harder on the pedal, and it'll tell you exactly what you want it to do. I mean, you just feel it in your Jeep. All right, guys, well, that's the inside of the JL today. It is actually starting to rain, unfortunately. I would love to show you the JT, but I mean, we'll save it for another video. So stay tuned for that. That'll be my launch edition Gladiator. It's a 2020. It's pretty sick. We haven't done much to it, but I'll just tell you the coolest features about the Gladiator as compared to the JL here. So I hope you guys liked it. As usual, like and subscribe, please. If not, share it with your friends. The Instagram and YouTube and everything about this Jeep is linked below. And as always, thank you guys for supporting Jeep Guys Online.